Welcome to Long Lost Boozers, the podcast normally devoted to talking shit and self-improvement, but not today. Today it is dedicated to talking scary shit. My name is Count Spooktacular.
And I'm Jesse Ghoul.
And we are the long lost Boozers.
What's up, Bress? What's up, Bress?
Brett
So, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, sir. We made it to the Spooktacular.
Third
Finally.
annual.
That's right. That's right.
I love the dragon mask. Super dope.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I love the Captain Spaulding look.
Kimberly, dude, she put it together. She's a little critical of herself, but
Hey, it does. I mean, I think people are gonna know that you're Captain Spaulding. I mean, it looks like you are.
I'm definitely balding, so it works out well.
Ooh, Captain Balding.
Yeah.
I like that the mouth
clowns.
I like that the mouth moves on this mask when I want it to.
Yeah.
Like I can talk and
yeah. I'm so glad we're doing video for this one.
I know, me too. I'm excited for that. I think this is gonna be our most downloaded and most watched on YouTube episode.
How
absolutely. Yeah. So tonight, ladies and gents, we are going to be breaking down a top 5. I know we don't do this very often, but this is the Spooktacular. And the last 2 years, we just kind of bullshitted about our favorite scary movies and whatnot, and talked about Trick or Treat, which for us hasn't happened yet. You guys haven't done Trick or Treat yet, right?
Nah, it's tomorrow, and it's still early.
So no, that's good. That's good, because that gives us the whole episode to just focus on
scary movies.
That's right. We're gonna do each of our top 5 scary movie list, and mine. I gotta say, mine is like, I realized something this week, man. I realized that I'm really not like. I know you're a big fan of like horror films, and I always thought I was too, and I think I was when I was young, like as a kid, teenager. But the older I get, I realize like I'm not really like a huge fan of the genre. Like I enjoy the classics for what they are. But most modern horror films, like they don't do much for me. They're not scary anymore. Not really.
Ooh. I don't know, man. Like I know that we're watching them through grown-up eyes, but for me, it's like I step in and I'm like, okay, I'm going into this world. I'm gonna be first-person protagonist. I'm this person's experience, and I'm about to get scared. Like I'm ready to get scared, dude. Like I want it. I'm, it's like that little thrill, Because you watch Barbarian, right?
Yep.
That's pretty good, man.
Dude, I'm a huge proponent of this movie. I keep telling everybody to watch it.
It's good. It has the dude that plays Pennywise, and you think he's gonna be the villain, but he's a victim.
I was gonna say, should we give spoilers? The movie just came out like 2 days ago.
It's Halloween, bro.
Okay,
everybody's watching scary movies right now. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm sorry, but okay. Let me pose this question: who's a better victim in scary movies than Justin Long?
You know what? He's fucking great, man. I don't know. Have you ever seen
remember Jeepers Creepers though?
Yes. He's been a lot of like low budget horror movie, like small time horror movies.
It's got to be fun, right? Or he wouldn't do it. He can do anything.
Yeah, and that dude, like I love him and everything. He's really underrated as an actor, man.
No, he's great. Justin Long, like, never hear bad shit about him. He's always funny. He could play a 12-year-old or like a 40-year-old. Either way, you're gonna buy it because he has that baby face.
Have you seen the movie Tusk?
Oh my god, no, but I know about it. I've been meaning to watch it, but isn't that where he like grows? They're making a part 2.
That I've heard this, but I kind of have the inside scoop because I watch everything Kevin Smith does. So, they haven't like nailed down that they're actually making it, but there's always talk of it. So, Tusk is a Kevin Smith film. It was really destroyed by critics. Like everyone hated it, but dude, I loved it, man. And
Yeah,
Justin Long is the main
but
star. And guess what he plays in it?
a guy that grows tusks.
he, he does grow tusks, but I I don't know. I mean, I guess the title kind of gives it away. Okay, so the movie is about a guy who basically is making like a Frankenstein monster type thing, but it's not a Frankenstein's monster. He's turning a man into a fucking walrus. And
Okay,
Justin Long plays
but
a podcaster who is doing a story on like this weird guy or whatever, and he ends up getting trapped at his house. Anyway, that's Justin Long is like the main character in that as
I
well.
love Justin Long, dude, and
And
man, he played such a good dirtbag in fucking
oh
Barbarian.
yeah, yeah, what a great character, man.
And okay, before we get into like the top five, I want to say the other one we talked about it. I think last week or the week before is Smile,
Yeah,
right?
you talked about it. I've yet to see it.
Okay, so like the final formation of the villain, right? In this movie of Smile is this huge, like abnormally sized, powerful woman.
Mm-hmm.
And in Barbarian, it's also this abnormally sized, super strong woman. They're
Yes.
like practically interchangeable.
Okay.
As ever, one is living inside of somebody's head, and the other one is actually like a product of inbreeding.
Yeah, living in somebody's basement. Yeah,
That shit was wild, bro. That was
it
a good
was.
one. Watch that
I
last
loved
night.
all the I loved all the like the storytelling in it. Like I love that it went through like her story with the dude in the Airbnb, then it went through Justin Long's story and he's a real piece of fucking trash. And then it goes through this dude's story that you haven't seen at all yet in the movie. But like you're like, "Oh, I know
And
what the fuck this is."
I know when you see all those videos and has like that little like kind of true crime feel, like toy
Yep.
box killer feel, it's like ooh,
Yep.
yeah, it's sharp.
It was now like I said, I haven't seen Smile and I know you think Smile's a little bit better than Barbarian, but
It is better. Yeah, hands down better.
I haven't
Well,
seen a
it
movie.
has the mental thriller. Are they gonna get away or not? Kind of aspect, like
Uh-huh.
is she gonna make this? She gonna crack the code? Like she can figure it out. There's a curse and there's a way out that she found. Is she gonna get it? Is she not? And that's what I like. It has more of that a psychological thriller aspect, where this one's kind of just like jump scare after jump scare after jump scare until the end. You know.
Mhm, mhm. Well,
So
I thought it was
plot
gonna.
wise, effects are better on Smile as well.
Okay,
Barbarian was fucking dope, bro. Very scary, great acting, great cast.
yeah, it was good. It was good.
The whose
I liked the
daughter was
story.
it?
I liked that it was a complete fake out. I love that.
Yeah, I totally thought that the dude that plays Pennywise was totally gonna be the villain.
Yep, same.
I was like, oh, we've seen him. He was the
Yeah.
dude that was in Hemlock Grove. He's kind of a bagger, kind of good guy, medium. Then you've seen him as Pennywise. You know what he's about. That dude's
Mhm.
also gonna play in the remake of The Crow.
Yeah, he's in a lot of shit, man.
He's cool.
Skarsgård. He's in a
Okay, yeah,
lot of things.
Skarsgård. He's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so who? What? Okay, let's go like this with our countdown.
Okay.
Let's go our number five. I'll
Yeah.
say mine, and you say yours, and then we'll build up until we battle number ones. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now here's the thing, though. My top five isn't. I couldn't really put it in an order, man. I went through and I got all my
Um,
five, but I
I
don't
had to
like.
change
I don't
mine.
have one that's like the best or like the worst of the five. Like, because I just fucking like them all, man, for different reasons.
I can see that. Okay, so why don't you just say one? I'll say one. We'll go
Yeah,
like
listen,
that, and then
we can
we'll
still
try
we
to we can
listen. We can
just try to figure out what the main supreme is. Okay.
okay. I would say we can count them
Because I
down.
have a ton of honorable mentions, but
I got a couple. Yeah,
okay. So I'll just start with the one that I had to cross off Nightmare on Elm Street Part One, because I feel like this one was just way more traumatic. But in the all-time like goat of horror movies, I gotta say Nightmare on Elm Street beats it out, but Devil's Rejects was fucked up and new, and it was its own
Mm,
fucking thing. Like
mm,
it's a sequel to House of a Thousand Corpses, but it's just fucked up.
yeah,
Like
yeah, it
they
is.
got they got Ed Gein shit going on. They got the brother. This is your god now. Or when fucking Sherry Moon, whatever, she's like to get fucked up and do fucked up shit. Like that's just creepy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even like I used to watch the DVD and it had fucking Captain Spaulding. He's all, well, shit the bed, and like like there's just so much weird shit in that movie that's just totally fucking terrible.
yes. Yeah, I agree, man. That's a great. I haven't seen the third one, and I really need to
What's
because
it called, like The Devil's Three or something?
something three by some. I don't remember. I don't remember. Um, but it doesn't matter. The fact is that it's a great series of movies. At least what I've seen of it. Truly fucked up. Like even the first one, right? Um,
Yeah,
so and I'll just say
House of
my
Thousand
number.
Corpses is fucking terrible.
Well,
Doctor Satan or whatever.
yeah. Let me just say my number five then, because it's House of a Thousand Corpses. This is
Oh, okay, so we're on the
yeah,
same line.
yeah, absolutely. I thought I remember when that movie came out. And it was like Rob Zombie's directorial debut. It was like a big deal. It was like, oh, Rob Zombie's making fucking movies now.
Yeah, he did
And
not disappoint. That shit was fucking freak nasty.
I love it. And like I know people that think it's terrible. And I'm like, how the fuck? I mean, if you want creepy, fucked up, like really demented shit,
Especially like
that's
with
it.
all this shit that was coming out at the time, like
Yeah.
Cabin Fever and
Yep.
fucking House of a Thousand or no, Hills Have Eyes. It
Yeah.
just took that genre and flipped it on its and suplexed it.
Hmm. Yeah.
I was
I
like,
fucking love
oh,
it.
you want to do
And from
fucked
then
up
on,
creepy shit?
if from then on, I've loved Rob Zombie films, man. I haven't seen this new Monsters thing. I've heard it's not very good.
It was trash, bro.
But I love, dude. I like the Halloween remakes that he did. I like
Okay,
The Devil's
that's a
Reject.
beautiful segue because that's my next movie
Okay,
is Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Rob Zombies. Okay, so do you think it's superior to the other Halloween movies?
Yeah,
I do too. I
but
do too.
I say that to say this: there wouldn't be that without the Tom Clancy.
It's not Tom
Without
Clancy. Not Tom
my
Clancy.
don't ask me where I got that from, but
John Carpenter.
Tom, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the 1 and 2 and
Hmm.
4 and 5 were good, were great. Okay,
Yeah.
after that it got fucking ridiculous, and I just watched Halloween Ends, and it was the same shit they've been doing since 1983, bro.
Yeah.
And Halloween 3 doesn't even fucking count.
Yeah. And there's a whole genre of people. There's a whole like group of people who love Halloween 3.
Well, those
Like,
people are fucking stupid.
well, see, no, this is what I heard.
I bought it at Walmart in the $5 bin
Yeah.
just to give it a try. I watched it once and never. I was like,
Well,
no.
yeah, it has nothing to do with Michael Myers. Like, it's not a Michael Myers movie.
Well, yeah, it's
And
like buying a Nightmare on Elm Street and not having fucking Jason
right,
Voorhees. Like, what are we
right.
doing here?
So
I can't
so
even
let me tell you
fucking.
something. I just learned this like the other day that because I was listening to someone break down the Halloween movies. Apparently the Halloween series was not supposed to be a Michael Myers series. It was just going to
Okay.
be like every year they were going to come out with another Halloween movie, and it was going to be a different, like an anthology. Like it was going to be a completely different story, but takes place on Halloween, right?
Yeah.
So first one was like Michael Myers, but then they did the sequel to finish off that story. But then it was
Well,
supposed to be three was supposed to be a wildly different story. Four was supposed to be a completely different story. Five like that. But
yeah, but they
people love
created too
Michael Myers.
powerful of a character.
Yeah, it was too good. People love Michael Myers too much, and that's why
Yeah. Yeah, I
it,
mean,
it
he's on the 1980s Mount Rushmore. You know,
yeah,
the Mount Rushmore is Jason, Freddy, Chucky, and Michael.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
and Leatherface, arguably.
yeah. Say Leatherface. Where does Pinhead fit in from
He's kind of
Hellraiser?
he's like Uncle Fester and shit. Like
Yeah, he's really not that scary, man. I remember when I was a kid thinking that was
there's a
scary.
new Pinhead I've been meaning to watch, but
Yeah, yeah,
I haven't got around to it because honestly, it's like the Hellraiser movies were They were all right, but they were just so fucking cheeseball. By number three, is like, what are we even doing here? And as a little kid, like, even fucking scary.
Right.
But that's just me. That's
All
kind
right.
of how
So
I hate it.
both
The
of our
original was good, but
the beginning of both of our lists was House of a Thousand Corpses, and you got Halloween, and I almost put Halloween on my list. I'm kind of glad that I didn't, just so we got some variety here. Um, but the next one on the list, man, I gotta give it to Barbarian, son. I know it's a brand new movie, but I just really fucking
bold
enjoyed it.
choice.
Yeah, and not just because it was like scary in a sense, like scary movie, but I thought it was a really fucking interesting way to tell a story. I thought it was really like great characters. It was just fun, like all around
High
fun.
level cast too.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I think
I will give you that.
a lot of my list is like that. Like it's stuff that I really enjoyed. It's not necessarily that it scared the shit out of me. It was just fucking interesting as hell. Like it was like, oh, this isn't the normal, scary movie. Like everything on my list, I'm pretty sure is kind of original. Like it's kind of like its own thing. It's not like, oh, like all these movies are very similar, like Scream or Halloween or
Yeah, Scream didn't make my list, man.
nah, nah, me neither.
And it was a good series, but it is just
Yeah, yeah. It's just I don't know. It was a killer. It was like kind of a who done it.
I mean,
That's fine.
Ghostface is popular. He's cool,
Mhm.
but it's nothing supernatural or fucking. I don't know. It was all right. It was
Yeah,
cool
and
though.
I think the first Scream movie was the best. I think that like um at the end having it turn out to be who it was and like I love that ending. I thought it was ridiculous and awesome, but
Yeah,
it doesn't make like if I go through lists, it's not super original. It's not super scary or amazing. Like there's nothing
I
interesting that
you
goes on.
can watch that and immediately go to bed.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. It doesn't scare me. It doesn't scare.
You
Or
can fall.
neither does it. It doesn't really make me think either. You know what I mean? Like some of these movies make you
It's
think
it's
afterward.
not very. It's not like gory. It was like for the time it was released, it was cool. It had a Matthew
Yep.
Lillard was awesome in it.
Yep.
You know, Courtney Cox was great in it. You
Nev
know,
Campbell.
yeah, Nev Campbell's swipe
She's
right,
she looks fucking amazing still, dude. When she's in
swipe
that
right.
new Scream that they redid, I'm like, wow, that's
Yeah, the
crazy.
new. I mean, that new Scream was all right. I mean,
That's it.
I mean, it's what you'd expect.
Yeah, it's another Scream movie.
Nev Campbell turns into fucking Laurie Strode. It's tough.
Yeah,
But
naturally,
anyway, I
that's the
digress.
progression. That's always the progression, right? In all of these.
Yeah. So my next one. Okay, so you gotta hear me out. Is it the 80s one?
1990, the original.
Yeah, because
Okay.
just because the amount of childhood trauma it caused me.
Yep.
I would
Yep.
not I would not go near drain ditches for like 5 fucking years after watching that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Almost made my list. I love it. I love it.
yeah, but also the new it is also horrifying and
Mhm.
close and it's scarier. I mean it's a better fucking version. It's closer to
Yeah,
the book. It's
it is.
fucked. It's a better version by a lot, but
Yeah.
in all time of my for my personal top five, the original it kind of takes the cake.
Yeah. Nostalgia wins out, man.
Yeah,
Some
it has to do with my childhood. Like, yeah, I mean, if I'd never seen them before and I watch them right now side by side, I'm like the first
oh
one's
yeah.
like that scared me. But like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like I remember like I just remember the feeling the first time seeing when Henry whatever is breaking out of the fucking insane asylum. And that dude's afraid of dogs, and then it's a clown suit, and the pit bull jumps out, and he's like,
Yeah,
ah!
yeah.
Yeah, that's is.
Yeah. No, but it
That's
was more it was definitely more scary.
I
But
watched
yeah,
it
as a
again the
little
other
kid,
day, and I was like, had John Boy from the Waltons and shit.
yeah, I think as a kid, shit can scare the fuck out, like really stick with you. Like the
Yeah,
formidable stuff, the first stuff you see, and that's gonna be my next thing on the list too. is something like nostalgic. It's not even necessarily like fucking amazing or anything, but it's something. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. What do you got, brother?
my number three is also from 1990. Interestingly enough, it is the remake of Night of the Living Dead.
I haven't
And so,
seen that.
oh, dude, so it's basically an exact remake of the black and white 1968 version. It's very, very simple. Like they almost just made the same movie again, but in color in modern day. And that was the first movie where I ever saw zombies. And it
Oh,
scared the fuck out of me. It was so creepy, dude. Like these people trapped in a house, zombies are breaking in throughout the whole movie. They're trying to figure out how to get off this farm and get the fuck out of Dodge, but they can't because there's like I'm talking there's hundreds of zombies,
yeah,
you know, trying to break into the house. And they're hunkered down in there trying to like strategize.
yeah.
How do we
I
get out of
remember
here?
the original, in black and white,
Yeah.
and I
And
remember
it's same.
like the black dude being super brave and shit, and got a
Yep.
gun and like shot through the window, and I think he
Yep.
sacrificed himself. I might be dead wrong, but it's been a
So
long time.
I think I'm pretty sure it ends in the exact same way, and that's one of the things that I loved about it
How
the
does it
most.
end? Spoiler
So
alert.
so the zombies are breaking in. Everybody is dead, or everyone has been turned or killed, and just the black guy's left. And he's in there by himself. He's in the basement. Like the zombies have taken over the house. They're breaking into the basement. He's down there by himself. He's like, fuck, it's over. It's over. And then like so the whole movie they've been searching for the gas key. They need this key to the gas like on the property there's a truck that they can use to get out. But it has no gas in it. But there's a gas pump on the property, but you need a key to unlock it. And the whole movie, they're searching this house. They're fucking throwing shit everywhere. They're searching under every nook and cranny. They can't find it. And the last scene in the movie, the black guy's, there's no way he can get out. The zombies are breaking into the basement. They're about to get him, and he sees the fucking gas key hanging on a nail in the basement. It says gas key. And then they break through the door and like they go to bite him. End of the movie. I was like, fuck, the zombies won. Like the fucking protagonist didn't get out alive. It was the first time I'd ever seen anything like it.
And it's almost better when the protagonist doesn't
I
make
know. I know.
it.
Changes the game, especially in horror, right?
Okay. Spoiler the fuck alert for Smile.
Okay.
Protagonist doesn't make it.
Okay. All right. So that might be why you like it better than Barbarian. In the end, it left you feeling more like fucked
Yeah,
up.
and it left a leeway for a sequel.
Nice.
Because for the demon or whatever it is to survive, it has to pass the trauma on to another victim.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm guessing someone witnessed the final thing at the end. Yeah.
That's the only way you can survive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what that reminds me of in a sense? What's that one with fucking John Goodman and Denzel?
Oh.
Time is on my side. You
Yeah.
know the
Yeah. Yeah.
one?
Oh
What is
yeah.
it? Azazel,
Yeah.
and he has to pass through touch.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's not touch. It's
I
through
love
trauma.
that one, man. I love that one. That's one no one ever talks about. It's really fucking good.
That
Um,
that movie is great. It's not just scary. It's like intense, and you have to think like, oh
yeah,
shit, is he gonna fucking do this or you know?
yeah, yeah. What the fuck is that called? God damn it! Now it's bugging me.
Yeah, I can't believe I can't think of it. Sorry, I'm making my
Fallen.
face.
It's
You
called
guys,
Fallen. It's
it's
called Fallen. 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 Fallen.
falling, falling.
Yeah.
John Goodman killed in that shit. 'Cause that's the first time you've seen him not being Dan Connor.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you see him not comedic, getting all crazy and shit. Okay, so the next, my number two, man, is a sequel.
Okay. Shit.
It's The Conjuring 2.
Okay. I had a
Yeah,
feeling you was gonna bring up the Conjuring movies. I know you're a big fan.
yeah. I think that's one of the best fucking, you know, anthologies, with the exception of The Nun. The Nun was trash.
Tell me why the Conjuring is like better than the Conjuring one. Like, why is number two?
Conjuring 2 because it has the nun demon that wants to kill them. It's mad. It has a ghost that's being possessed by a demon to take over this house. Loosely based on true story. Um, it shows more of the just more character development of Ed and Lorraine. Uh, the little girl's possession so crazy, and it's it's just scarier.
I haven't seen any of these
The
movies.
Crooked Man. You haven't seen it?
No, none of them. None of them.
Oh my god, dude! You should get on Max and watch all of them right
Oh,
now.
they're all on Max. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I might do
I
that since
watched.
it's Halloween season. As I said, I'm not the biggest. I realized I'm not a huge fucking
I
horror fan. But
rewatched all three of them this last weekend. Um, fucking number one's good. Don't get me wrong, it's great. But number two is like, oh shit. And then number three, the oh, and they introduced Annabelle in part one. They introduced Annabelle, so you get that the pretense to that as well. But and the devil made me do it. It's like they're all loosely, very loosely, based on true stories. So it's like, and then in number two, they have a callback to this. I don't know, man. Anyway, they have a like short, like all these little callbacks to other things. It's really interesting.
nice. All right, Conjuring 2 sequel. That actually that's your second sequel because The Devil's Rejects is also a sequel.
You're right. You're right. I guess you know, it's like they get their taste, and then they're like, "Oh, we
Yeah.
could watch this."
Yeah.
I mean, but generally sequels are worse, but not in these genres.
It depends, man. It really depends. There are some fucking amazing sequels out there. Like people,
yeah, even with Batman, like The Dark Knight Rises, better, or yeah, better than
the Dark Knight.
Batman.
Yeah,
The Dark
the
Knight is
dark.
better than Batman Begins.
Some would say, yeah.
I would say.
What Back to the Future 2? A lot of people think's better. Aliens better than Alien. Terminator 2 better than Terminator. Um,
Yeah.
shit, man. I don't know what Lethal Weapon. Nah, probably not number 2. But like Beverly Hills Cop 2, maybe.
Hey,
I don't know.
about
A lot of good fucking.
supposed to be doing a new one of those.
Yeah, for a long time now. Beverly Hills Cop 4 is like I put out a video about it like 3 years ago, right when Bad Boys 3 was being made. So that tells you how long ago that was. All right, my number 2 is an anthology film, and there was actually 2 of them, but I'm gonna pick the first one just because. Have you ever seen Creep Show?
I think so.
So it's like it's kind of like the Twilight Zone, or not Twilight. Well, kind of like Twilight Zone.
Like Tales
Also
from the
kind of
Crypt,
like,
isn't it?
yeah, very much. So it tells you like 3 or 4 different stories in the movie, but they use like a comic book to do it. Like each story is introduced through like flipping through pages of a comic book, a horror comic
Do they
book.
have one called like Demon's Night or something like that?
No, that was Tales from the Crypt.
Oh,
They made Tales from the Crypt movies. There was a Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight, Tales from the
that shit
Crypt
was scary.
Bordello of Blood. Um,
Those were good.
yeah, for the most part, those were pretty good. But Creep Show, I remember seeing it when I was a kid, and it was one of my first tastes of anthology, like a film being an anthology film where they would actually tell you more than one story in the same film.
I do
And
vaguely remember Creep Show actually.
so there's one where like there's this statue of an Indian outside of a convenience store. It comes to life and it's like killing people and shit. There's another one. Oh, you know what I should have put on this list? This has got to be an honorable mention, but fucking Tales from the Hood, man.
I just wrote that down for my show notes, bro.
Tales from the fucking Hood, dude.
Like no shit, I just wrote that down for like an honorable mention. I was like,
The sequel was
Danny
trash.
Glover.
The original is so good, man.
I didn't even know there was a sequel, but like, yeah, Tales from the Hood went hard. Crazy K, fucking
Oh yeah,
the dad that was
crazy.
a monster, the abusive dad. There's actually like literally a
Yeah,
monster.
David Allen Greer was the fucking dad. Yeah,
Yeah, he was a fucking and that's another one where you see somebody that's usually hilarious being a fucking psycho.
yeah, yeah. And I like that Crazy K one. I think that was my favorite one because they put him through that fucking crazy like program where he like experiences all this trauma again and he has to work his way. And then in the end,
I
he
don't give
ends
a
up
fuck. I don't
being,
give a fuck, right?
yeah, and he's getting fucking shot to death at the end. Like that was wild. That was fucking wild. I loved that. Now, yeah, they made a sequel just a couple years ago. And like I was pumped because the trailer looked, I was like, oh shit, I can't believe they're making another Tales from the Hood.
I
It was
hate when the trailer's better than the fucking movie.
yeah, it was garbage. It was really upsetting. Because I love the
I
original.
can't help but make this creepy face with this fucking eyebrows. They're awesome.
Anyway, so Creepshow, yeah, man, I fucking loved it. That yeah, there was one where a dude is like growing grass and moss all over his body. He becomes this
Oh
fucking
shit.
weird fucking
Oh,
monster.
that gives me another honorable mention to write down real quick.
And then there's one of the stories in Creepshow. It might have been Creepshow too, but one of the stories is like there's this blob. It's like this oily blob that lives in a fucking lake, and these teenagers are out there on a lake, and it just keeps taking them one by one off this raft.
I think I've seen that one actually. I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, the final scene in it, the dude gets away. He finally makes it to shore. He turns around and he taunts the fucking monster. He's like, I beat you, motherfucker. And then blah, fucking it comes
He
out.
fucked up, got cocky.
Yeah. So,
Got
all
cocky
right.
and caught the blob bukkake.
One left, man.
Okay,
What is it?
okay.
What is
Man,
left?
this is undeniably the best ever. The
Ever.
Shining, bro. The Shining.
Okay, fuck. I didn't even fucking think about The Shining. It was creepy as fuck. Still is.
Yeah.
Still is.
You know how my girl tells me she's on her period? She sends me the gif of the hotel doors opening with the blood. I'm like, hey babe, can we get right? What's up? What are you doing tonight? Just trying to be cute. And she's like, sorry, babe. And then she sends me the gif of the hotel doors opening with the blood coming out.
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. My wife just sends me a text that says, I'm bleeding.
Oh damn!
That's it.
One of her co-workers, the code is that the kitchen's closed.
Kitchen's closed.
Yeah,
Whatever, man. I guess it depends on fucking your palate. But
that's just hilarious when she sends me that.
um,
I have other gifs that I send in return, but we'll leave that for
so
another
The
day.
Shining. What makes The Shining like the best?
The story, man. I mean, the isolation, the possession, the transformation, the thought that your closest, dearest protector would become your attacker. That I mean, especially if you read the book, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
The movie itself is in itself. It's just like the rewatchability. It's a Stanley Kubrick film.
Yeah.
Um, like Shelley Duvall is just so fucking good in that. She's like, as this like like the way she runs and like she's just down to protect her kid. That dude that also has a shining comes back and he fucking gets hit with that axe. It's like there's
Mhm.
not even that much murder in it, really. It's just
Yeah.
this haunted fucking place that's just fucking freaky deek takes
Yeah.
over this dude and
The lady in the
you know
bathtub, man. The lady.
ooh
Oh
yeah.
my god. Ugh. I know you're a big fan of the sequel too that came out
Yeah,
just
Doctor
years ago.
Sleep, man.
It's
Yeah.
good, man. It really is, and no one talks about that. I feel like that was really good. Like it was a
Some
really good adaptation of the book of
yeah,
Doctor
no,
Sleep.
it was definitely because the only problem if you go from the book, in the book they destroy the hotel.
Yeah, yeah.
So there would
So
be no
I don't
hotel.
remember how they I don't remember how um they explain that in the book Doctor Sleep.
I don't
I
know
don't
because
I don't remember.
I didn't read the book Doctor Sleep, but at the end
Oh,
of the original fucking they fuck up the boilers and it blows that bitch to smithereens.
yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I read the Doctor Sleep book. I just can't remember how they explained it. Like cuz you told me that and I was like, "Oh shit, I think you're right." Like I hadn't even thought about that because it's been a long time since I read The Shining. I read The Shining, then I read Doctor Sleep, and then what? 5 years later, I saw Doctor Sleep. So it was like
It's
I
like
forgot that
that was such a good like add on to the story. Like
it was.
Danny grows up, he's an alcoholic just like his father and his
Yeah, yeah.
grandfather before him. Got a lot of issues. He's trying to do the AAA thing, get sobered up. He's still got these
Yeah,
voices in his head that are like actually like people trying to talk to him, and he's like, yeah, it's fucking. It's dope, dude.
Yeah, you know what? You know what kind of reminds me. What they definitely took from that when they made it. But you see, Umbrella Academy. So
I
Klaus.
I've seen a couple episodes, but no.
Okay, well, Klaus is a very similar character. He can see dead people and communicate with dead people. Like they won't leave him the fuck alone. He's always surrounded by dead people. They're always talking to him, and he is a fucking drug addict, alcoholic. Like, and it's like it kind of makes sense, like just to shut out the fucking voices. You know, I'm gonna get fucked up. Like I just gotta get fucked up. I gotta shut off this paranormal activity, and it's the only
Yeah.
way that I can.
Well, that's even like the in Constantine, that priest, he drinks so that he'll stop hearing all the voices.
Mm.
And then that's also like the House on Haunted, is it House on Haunted? The the Haunting of Hill House, that Netflix series. It's like that they all here kind of see and hear little ghosts and stuff here and there,
Yeah,
and it drives one of them to drugs because it helps them escape that.
yeah. That's a good
That's a
series.
fairly common theme.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good fucking series. Um,
Yeah.
so
Okay, so what's your
down
next?
to it. Like I said, my top five is kind of in no particular order because I would say some of these other ones I've mentioned are better than this one, but this one stands out because it's another remake, just like Night of the Living Dead was the remake of that. This is Dawn of the Dead, the one that came out in 2004, I think, 2002
So,
maybe.
so zombies movies really resonate with you.
Yeah. I like zombies. I like zombies.
Yeah.
But you know what though? I was actually really tired of zombies on several occasions. Dawn of the Dead reignited my love for zombies because it uh it was the first movie I'd ever seen, first story I'd ever seen where the zombies could fucking sprint full force at motherfuckers. Like they weren't walking slowly. So they actually
I
seemed
feel
like
like those full speed zombies, like Generation or whatever Z, Planet Z,
World War
though
Z. Yeah.
that shit is scary. Like
Yes,
full.
it's way scarier. Or even uh what's the Will Smith movie where he's the last dude on Earth?
Legend. I
I
am
Am
Legend.
Legend. Yeah, same thing. Those were like fast fucking zombie, like scary as fuck. And I feel like that changed the game. Like because it
Yeah,
was
because
all
them slow ass like Down syndrome motherfuckers, I'm taking them all day.
yeah, and you think like you know,
Like
I can just
there had to be literally be like 30 of them and catch me like backed into a wall
right.
and with just my bare hands. But like those sprinting motherfuckers, they're fucking you up.
Yes. And
They're
so
like
that for like the
Michael Phelps trying to get your brains and shit. Or not Michael
exactly.
Phelps, like they're like Usain Bolt.
Or Michael Phelps if you're swimming, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it depends on
You're on a raft.
depending on your modality.
Yes. So yeah, that's Zack Snyder made that. That was like his first fucking thing, man, getting into like first big movie that people were like, "Oh shit, this guy's fucking awesome." Then he did Watchmen, then he did fucking um um the the Dark Knight or not Dark Knight, but the fucking Batman v Superman and fucking Man of Steel and
Zack
obviously the
Snyder's
Snyder
dope.
cut. Yeah. He's fucking awesome, man. And that was like his first like breakout where I feel like people were like, "Oh, this is dope." Like he remade George Romero's uh Dawn of the Dead, and I felt like it was an even better version, man. It
Yeah,
was fucked
sometimes
up.
a remake with different directors kind of like especially if they've had 20 years, like that was a good movie, but I could do it so much better now because I have
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of times nowadays they do that. A lot of times they try to reboot shit and it doesn't work, man. It just
Yeah,
doesn't work
well,
because there's nostalgia.
they haven't let us sleep long enough, man.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's that, and sometimes it's just like,
The first original was good enough. Like I
yeah, or the
hate like that
people that
remake of
saw
that one remake of The Shining with the dude from with Brian from Wings. That was terrible.
so like a lot of times it's that like they're remaking these movies, but the fans of those movies are fans of the original. So that's really the people you're trying to like
Appeal
impress.
to. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's hard to do when you got nostalgic feelings for something, dude. Like if you fucking absolutely love the original Halloween and Rob Zombie tries to remake it, you're like, this is not my Halloween. Well, it's not. It's not a lot of people's Halloween, and I'm fucking glad it wasn't because I thought it was way better.
Well, I feel like he retold it in a different way. That you're still getting the Michael Myers, but You're
Way more
getting like
backstory.
a way more realistic backstory. It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, this kid decided one day. No, this kid was fucked up from the gate,
Yeah.
and he's had a fucked up childhood, a fucked up stepdad. You know, his mom was a stripper. He taking shit out, like had all like I can't remember what it's called, but there's like like bedwetting, violence to animals, and arsony are like
Yeah.
through three things that like they used to think was a sign that you're a potential serial killer in your whole life. And
Yeah.
violence to animals and killed that kid.
Right.
Then he was like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm killing it.
Yeah.
you know?
I liked how much that movie delved into the backstory where I feel like the
Yeah, because it gave you some background. It's not like, oh, okay, so.
and he was scarier. He was a much bigger fucking formidable force, man.
Yeah, he was like fucking like the mountain and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely love that one. So yeah, that's our fucking top 5, man.
Yeah, okay, so I got a couple movies that fucking sucked.
That sucked. You want to do that? Or do you want to do honorable mentions first? Like
Let's
the
do honorable
almost
mentions.
made the list.
Okay, Silent Hill.
Silent Hill, okay. Based on a video game.
That shit was scary, bro.
Okay.
The weird ass nurses and that big fucker with the weird helmet that drags a sword.
Yeah. What
It's
now?
creepy.
Compare it to the first Resident Evil film. Because I thought that was fucked up. Like that, I thought that was scary as fuck when I first saw it.
I don't remember it, to be honest. But they even drug out the Silent Hills into a third one, and that one was no bueno.
Oh yeah, I don't know how many I don't know how many damn
They're coming out with another Resident Evil.
yeah, there's so fucking many, dude.
They don't give up with Resident Evil, dude.
Nah. Shit. I had
I got a unicorn
oh,
jumping in the screen.
she want to talk to the dragon. That's all.
Oh damn, we got mythological creatures for
Is that
days.
is that Pikachu?
It's a unicorn. Okay.
Is that Pikachu? Oh no, it looks like Pikachu. Okay. Unicorn.
Sorry. My big Labrador we adopted just tried to pop in the game too. Family
That's
frick.
cold, man. What are you gonna call your daughter a Labrador?
No, I have an actual Labrador. Over the weekend, we adopted a 90-pound lab.
Yeah, I know. It is a pretty dog, man. I've seen the pictures. I love labs, man.
He's cool.
One day when I have a house, I'm gonna get me one of them.
Yeah. He's good. Other than Born on Leash, best boy. I even let him on my bed, which I never said. I was like, I would never let a dog sleep in my bed. That motherfucker's in my stay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Exactly.
back to the spoopy shit. Come on.
All right. So honorable mention. Let me just. Oh, I've got to mention this. Just this one, because looking back, it's not great. But when I saw it, it was the first thing that scared the shit out of me in years, and that is The Ring. I went and saw The Ring in the theater.
Yes. No, I'm on board. I'm on
Yeah.
board. The ring is freaky as fuck, bro.
And then it set off a trend of like
that
movies
whole weird.
where it was like weird movement, people crawling backwards downstairs, people fucking with the hair in their face, creepy chicks appearing in the fucking dark. Like,
you know what? Well, also that while we're talking about creepy chicks, The Exorcist, bro.
oh yeah, gotta go to the original, man.
Yeah, and the Omen was pretty fucked up too for its time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Ring. I remember leaving the theater and actually being like, ugh, fucking creep the fuck out.
Like even now, I think the sequel was kind of trash. But I watched part of The Ring recently. I was like, maybe not. I was like,
so I went and saw The Ring and it creeped me the fuck out. And like a week later, my buddy Ed, he was going to see The Ring and I knew he was going to see The Ring. And he told me, he's like, yeah, we're going to see The Ring tonight. I was like, cool. And then he goes, and while he's gone, I called his house. And remember, this is back in the day when you had fucking what do we call it? Answering machines, right?
Yeah.
And so I left on his answer machine. I was like, 7 days. So he comes home from the movie. It's like, you have one message. And it's just like 7 days. I was like, oh, I got that motherfucker. I waited all week to do that.
That sounds like a very Brett Scott thing to do.
Tis. All right, what else you got, man? You got any other honorable mentions before we get to the shitty movie?
The Devil Inside.
The Devil Inside.
You know that one?
I don't think so.
So
I don't think so. What? How old is this movie?
within the last 10 years.
Okay.
So boy loses, trying to not to get the right confused with the Devil Inside, but this guy goes to demonology class because he's going to the Vatican to be a priest, and he's like, I don't even believe in God, and the guy's like, you don't need to believe in God to believe in the devil. And this girl's with him, and she's just in the class to do a documentary about exorcism. And turns out her mom is possessed, and a bunch of fucked up shit happens, and fucking she pulls down her lip and has like upside down cross like scratched in it, and a bunch of upside down crosses scratched in her arm. I don't know. Possession movies fuck me up. Also, I will say while I'm on that tip, The Right with Anthony Hopkins.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it for sure.
He's a priest that gets possessed.
Mm.
That shit's fucking. Anthony Hopkins, I never seen him like scary like that. Like he did that thing with like all the little black veins coming in his face and shit. I was like, oof.
Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Sir Anthony Hopkins, shout out, dope.
All right, is that it?
Thinner.
Oh yeah, you know what? And that's rated so terrible, but I rewatched it recently, and it's fucking fun,
It
man.
holds up, dude. It holds up.
Yeah, especially if you're a King fan, and you read the book ever. Like, I feel like most King movies are not that great. It's very rare to have a good one, right? Because you can't capture that fucking King like feel in a movie. It just can't be done. It's a lot of cerebral stuff. It's like it's not something you can put on camera. It's not something you can make
Right,
happen.
like even there's so much missing. The Shining, there's so much
Yes.
missing.
Yes. Yes,
But
because so much takes place in the character's head, and
yeah,
like so much of it is like mysticism and fucking like
that's
like
why like even little goose eggs, like the whole thing in it with the turtle in the book, and even them just like when they're all in the pond, when they jump in their underwears and they just show the little turtle swim up. It's like if you read the book, you know what that's
yeah.
a callback to the whole mystic turtle that there
Right. Right.
existed.
But yeah, it doesn't make sense to go into it in the movie, and most of the shit that's creepy about King books is hard to show.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Um,
But the best King movies for me are the dramas, like the ones that aren't even scary, like The
1921.
Shawshank Redemption, Stand By Me, The Green Mile. Like,
Yeah.
and a lot of people think that King is just a horror writer. Like, not really. He's mostly like most of his shit is kind of like supernatural, but not necessarily horror.
Remember Tommy Knockers?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's that one with the cat people?
Oh, Sleepwalkers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That one was there.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, the movies you go
Okay,
back and
and
watch them,
then
most of them are not great.
okay, we got to give it up to all the Halloween movies, all the Freddy Krueger movies, all the fucking Jason Voorhees movies, and all the Chucky movies. I mean, that was the '80s, man.
They
You
laid
know
the
what I mean?
ground, man. They did.
It was cool. It's like, oh, new Freddy Krueger. Let's watch it.
Yeah.
Even Jason Goes to Manhattan. When the first time you saw it, was like, oh, cool. You're gonna see
Yeah,
some
it's like
titties. You're gonna see a big dude with a machete.
every
And
year throughout the 80s and 90s, you got a new something. Whether it was Halloween, fucking Nightmare on Elm
yeah,
Street,
yeah, it was
Friday the
coming.
13th, something.
Um, yeah, and then Jason versus Freddy was
Yeah.
All right. Heck,
It's whatever. The longer it
They had
goes,
a fake Jason Mewes.
what
Yeah.
in that movie?
Yeah,
I don't
it
remember.
wasn't Jason. It was like Snoochie Boochies, but it wasn't him. It was just like a dude trying to be him.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I don't remember it, but I get it.
It
Okay.
was good for the time when it came out.
Yeah, I feel like all those movies. I feel like they just they get worse as they go. But like they,
Jason in Space or whatever. Jason X, that was the fucking worst.
yeah. Come on, it's silly. It's like it's kind of like what they do with Fast and the Furious, right? It's like, come the fuck on, man. Like, what are you gonna? You're out of shit. You're out of ideas.
Yeah, we're gonna put
Just
Jason in outer space. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, I'm still gonna watch it
Of course.
though.
So what are the shitty movies you wanted to mention?
Oh, fucking Kimberly actually started this list for me, but she's not wrong.
Okay.
Heredity was terrible.
Was it? Because I thought it would be good. I never watched it though.
It's a little gory, but the end is just M Night Shyamalan always tries to put some kind of twist on it.
Was that a Shyamalan movie?
It was a swing and a miss.
Okay.
And I like M Night Shyamalan, but that just wasn't it, bro.
Okay.
Okay, and then Slender Man was also fucking garbage.
All right. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these films in the past like 10 years have been just this that it's like a bunch of attempts at the same type of shit and
Yeah.
it's not actually scary. It's like, come on.
There's one called The Goodbye Man. Goodbye Man or something that's better than the Slender Man. Slender Man is like actually a pretty freaky fucking urban legend, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh okay, so the end all beat all of shit-tastic bullshit
Uh-huh.
is House of Wax.
House of Wax with Paris Hilton. Wow, that's a fucking throwback. That is a fucking deep cut because I bet most people listening right now don't even know what fucking House of
Yeah,
Wax is.
don't watch it. It's a waste of your time. It's terrible.
It was such a fucking and you know what's funny is I don't even think it was a B movie. I think because it had Paris Hilton in it and shit back,
Yeah,
it
everybody
actually
won't
made
watch it because Paris Hilton was in it. Even
and it
my
was
dad, who was like always trying to be counterculture those days, but
still
let's see what Paris does. Nope, that wasn't it,
wow.
sis.
House of Wax, worst horror movie of all time.
I'm sure there's worse, but that's the worst one that comes to mind.
Yeah,
But
sure.
oh, I do have another shout out actually though. The Old Ways.
The Old Ways. There's another one I never heard of. Is this a newer or an older movie?
We've talked about it on this podcast. It's
Really?
yeah, I told you about it before. It's this girl that's from Mexico, but she's a Chicana, so she comes to America, right? She goes back to her old way or her old country, and
Hmm.
she's at a village, and they kidnap her because she has a demon in her, and she's like, these people are fucking crazy, and they exorcise the demon from her, but it ends up killing the woman shaman, and she takes her place, like she stays there, and she's like, no, I'm gonna be the she has the site now for has demons in it. It's just
The Old Ways. And this is you're saying wait, you're saying this is a horrible one?
no, it's fucking tits. It's good.
Oh, okay, okay. Because I was like, I thought we was talking about the fucking shitty ones now.
I was, but I missed that on my shout outs. That was a good
Another
one.
honorable
That's
mention. All right.
that's a good honorable mention. That's a new one. If you like new things, it's good. Also, okay, so I was talking about Freddy Krueger, right? So part
Yeah.
one, um, that's Johnny Depp's debut movie.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay, so, but you remember Nancy, right? The
Uh-huh.
protagonist.
Yep.
Okay, so they also made a new Nightmare that also has Nancy, but she's playing herself
Yes.
like the character, right? And
Yeah.
that was also a really good one. But there's a show called The Midnight Society or the Midnight Club.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
new.
Yeah. You were
It's
telling
new.
me
It's
about
on
that last week.
Netflix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nancy is in that as
Oh,
like
really?
the director of the hospice that all these kids are in.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
6 separations from
Yeah.
six.
And it's something we didn't mention, but I don't think of it as horror, but it's just it's supernatural. But a lot of the stuff is anyway. But fucking Stranger Things, man, has been a fantastic show from the goddamn beginning, and it
I mean,
continues
it's horror.
to be great.
Like it's got
It
the
is. It
monsters.
is.
hard 80s,
especially season 5.
especially
Season 5,
with all the 80s vibes that they put on it.
yeah.
It allows you to get into that 80s realm that you want to feel like, not like slasher film, but this is the big bad and we're gonna fight it and everybody's so intertwined. A lot of good writing and
Oh, and it's the fucking best, man. It's the best. Like, if you want to go horror series, it's fucking best of all time, dude. It's fucking
Midnight Mass. How about Midnight Mass?
Midnight Mass was good. I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah,
That was another one where like I enjoyed it. It wasn't necessarily scary. It was just a cool story, man. Like, it
yeah, but
was a
I
vampire
mean,
story.
it's horror for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I enjoyed that one, man. Another thing I've enjoyed uh in the past couple years is the Dracula animated series on Netflix, and then there was or not Dracula, Transylvania. Um, the Transylvania series on Netflix is really fucking good. But they made a Dracula like anthology series, kind of, where it follows Dracula through different eras of his life.
Yeah, I was watching part of that, man. It's good.
It was good, and it's weird. Like, some of it is scary, some of it seems kind of silly, but it's like it's
Yeah.
just a good story. It was a lot of fun, man.
Have you ever seen Dracula Untold?
No, no, I have
That,
not.
that's good, man. It's really good. That's one of those movies that anytime I'm like, hey babe, wanna watch Dracula Untold? Kimberly like, yeah, yeah. Like she's in. I think she's got the hots for the lead character.
Mhm.
It's that's okay. We watch movies because there's girls with too.
What do you call? What would you say is the best vampire film you've ever seen?
I gotta go. I'm just off top. I gotta go. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Really?
It's just
When's the last
good.
time you watched it? When's the last time you watched it?
Not that long ago, but it's super creepy when the old count throws the fucking
Yeah.
baby to his little concubine of vampire horse.
Yeah. It is creepy. It is creepy.
Okay,
I just
and then
I don't rewatch
20
that, man.
was it the one where they're in Alaska and it's dark for 28 days and like it's like all these vampires find the place and they're just fucking turning through.
30 Days of Night.
That
Josh
was good.
Hartnett.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was good. It was good. That was almost like that was kind of almost like a superhero film too. Like, it was almost like it was like a Morbius, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just so glad you didn't say Morbius when I said greatest vampire movie of all time, because I could see like Morbius was fire, bro. It was fucking
That's
fire.
what I was about to say, but hey, you slept on Morbius. That shit went hard.
I didn't sleep on it. I saw it and it was actually pretty good. It wasn't
Yeah.
bad at all.
Yeah, it's way
It
better than
wasn't
you thought it was gonna be, huh?
great. It rushed through the story, but it was not terrible like everybody fucking
Well,
said.
it's not a MCU film, so they have to because they don't have as much money.
Look, it was better than Thor, bro. It was
It's
better
better
than
than
Thor: Love and Thunder. Better than Thor: Love and Thunder.
yeah, arguably yes.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was. I really do. Um, the best part of Thor: Love and Thunder was Gore, the God Butcher, and like the rest of it was silly. I thought I didn't enjoy it that much at all.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think one of the best vampire films of all time has got to be Interview with the Vampire.
You're gay.
Yeah,
No, kidding. No,
yeah.
I mean Brad Pitt, Tom fucking
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, Kirsten, a very young Kirsten Dunst.
Yep.
And very good, very good. When Brad Pitt, when the guy's like, "I'm gonna shoot you," and he's like, "Do it." That shit was, yeah,
Yeah.
that shit
It
was
was
hard.
good. It was just a great, and that was another one that was like wasn't really scary. It was just a cool story. It was just a cool fucking story to
Yeah,
watch.
yeah, you're okay. I could see that one. Very, very. It has spooky vibes. You know what? You know what? A good show about vampires is True Blood.
I never, dude. My wife loves True Blood. She's
Yeah,
obsessed with True Blood.
it's alright. It's on Max, man. You can watch it. I
I
got
know.
Kimberly into it.
I watched. So when it first came out, I started the first season like back when it was brand new, and I watched like the first 3 episodes, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. It seemed too silly to me. Like, it seemed like this is silly. It
It is. I mean, it's cheesy, bro.
Yeah, it felt really cheesy. It felt really cheesy, but
don't
I
get
don't
it
know.
confused. You have to be like, I'm gonna let all the cornball shit slide.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
be ready. You have to be ready. Like, okay, I'm not gonna roll my eyes, even though I want to roll my eyes.
yeah,
It has some strong fucking Vampire Diaries vibes. But it's
yeah.
HBO, so there's like cuss for his nudity, like
Yeah.
shit that'll keep a grown man interested.
Yeah. And I tried to rewatch it with my wife, and so she just had the hots for the fucking whatever his name, Skarsgård, fucking another Skarsgård. There's like 40 fucking
Eric.
Skarsgårds. Yeah, the guy who
Eric,
played
Eric is the character's name.
And he's fucking great. He's a great actor. He's in this the Northman.
Yeah, no, he is hot. I mean,
He
fuck.
played Tarzan. Fucking shredded, that dude is, man. That dude's fucking shredded. But yeah,
I mean, and it's got like kind of that Twilight vibe a bit too, but
yeah, it's like a love story, right? And it's like soap opera love story type.
yeah, it is definitely like,
Mm-hmm.
but there's like murder and fucking mayhem and shit and fucking junkies trying to rob fucking vampires of their blood to sell it on the street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get high on the vampire blood and all that happy shit.
You know what? Is another fucking good one though. Fucking Blade, man. The original Blade and Blade 2. Really fucking good, man.
That okay. I made a post in the Marvel Plus podcast that in the last 3 years, and I know you disagree with this, that Shang-Chi is probably the most rewatchable movie.
Mm-hmm.
MCU. I know you disagree with that, but of all time, the most rewatchable Marvel movie is Blade.
Think so.
Yeah, I might watch it after this. I love that fucking movie.
No, they're good. They're out good. I mean, even the third one ain't bad, man. Like with fucking Ryan Reynolds, basically Deadpool.
Number four is dog shit when they don't have Wesley Snipes anymore. It's like, get the fuck.
There's a number 4.
Yeah, it's terrible. Don't even try it.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a number 4. Fuck that.
It's like tofu. Don't eat it. Do not. Don't put
Fuck
that in your
that.
mouth.
Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds ain't even in it, right? So
It's like Beyond Burger and shit. Like, no.
what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's like some dude that's like doesn't even have the same like frame as Wesley Snipes. And it's like, oh, like you're not gonna think you think we're gonna know the same Wesley Snipes, motherfucker?
What about this new Blade that's gonna be coming out with this Mahershala Ali?
Yeah, I'm into it. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
For them to, like Wesley Snipes is too old to be Blade now.
Yeah.
They need to reintroduce a character because he is vital to the the lower level fucking superheroes.
I still think you bring him in for a cameo in the Secret Wars movie when they do that.
Yeah. I mean, or any fucking multiverse shit, you could have
I think in that Secret Wars movie they need to go and bring in all the different versions of every fucking thing. I'm talking like shitty TV movies from the fucking 80s.
Yeah.
Like the Incredible Hulk. Lou Ferrigno needs to show up in that motherfucker. Just shit from all over.
Bannon, fucking
Eric Bana's Hulk. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. They need to do that. Edward Norton needs to show.
Edward Norton's Hulk to come in and fucking beat all the other Hulk's asses.
Fuck yeah.
He was the toughest Hulk, dude.
That Hulk is superior to all other fucking Hulks, dude. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry.
Somehow we never miss talking about Marvel. Okay. Well, we're on the vampire werewolf stuff. Oh.
Werewolf by Night, son.
Got a better one. Underworld series.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. That's one other one I haven't kept up on because they made like 5 of those fucking movies.
They're all good. All of them are good. Even when you're like, all right, you guys are out of shit. They aren't out of shit. They got more shit. Like, if they could keep that actress young, they'd be making new ones right now.
And she still looks fucking great. Remember when Pete Davidson was fucking hanging out with her? And I was like, damn, dude. Like, she's like 20 years older than him, and she's like
What's her name? Kate Beckinsale?
Yeah, man. She looked fucking great.
See, I forget everybody's name. Didn't forget that name.
Nope. You did. I'm surprised you didn't say something like because you always be saying some dumb shit. Jesse always be like, oh, what's her name? Cake Beckenstock? Like, you fucking just, it's so close to the name, but you just like, it's like Shiloh LaBeouf.
I can't even say that fool's real name. What is his real name?
Shia
LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
See, like, we've been talking about him for a solid 3 years.
Shia LaBeouf.
I think we have an episode called Shia Boof.
Oh, yeah. It's called Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, but I think we have an episode of you making fun of my pronunciation called Shia Boof.
It's called Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah. We haven't talked about Shia in a while.
Yeah, he looks like he's on the mend.
Yeah, hopefully. He did a good I listened to this podcast, John Bernthal's podcast, and it's really fucking good, man. He has a lot of people on. He's got this dude on this week who was a fucking gangbanger in East LA and like went to prison for years and like got out and ended up becoming an actor, and that's how he met John Bernthal. And the dude's like really fucking hood, like really fucking street dude, and like interesting as fuck, man. Yeah, Danny Trejo, same shit. That's like the same story, right? Danny Trejo did the same fucking thing.
Yeah, he was on Jim and Sam, and he was like talking about his prison days, and it was like, oh my god,
yeah,
like, damn, Danny Trejo is for real.
Yeah, he's fucking for real, and like he got a late start, man. Like he got out after I don't know fucking how long he did in prison, but yeah.
He was in there a minute, and he was like, yeah, no, he was like, I had a long sentence, I didn't care, I put in work.
Yep.
You know, like real dude. Yeah. Okay, so another good one.
Let's bring it back. Yeah.
The Devil in Ohio. Did you watch that?
I didn't, man. You told me about it, but I didn't watch it. That is that?
Just leaving, bro. It's a little bit like you guys like you got to give it the drama effect. You know what I mean? Like you got to understand it's a TV show, it's a series, but it is very good. It's culty, some supernaturalism. It's not fucking bad at all. It's worth the watch.
You know what? You just reminded me of another fucking honorable mention. It's series, but American Horror Story, dude.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched this new one that's like all anthology where it's like every episode is different, but I was hard into the ones where each season was a different story.
Dude,
like
Scarsborough again.
Skarsgård, yeah. You fucker. Scarsborough.
I don't miss. I fucking name up every episode.
Except for Kate fucking Beckinsale. No, yeah, that American Horror Story is good, man. It was on network, like no, it wasn't network TV. It was on FX, but it wasn't like it was scary, but it wasn't super fucking gory. It wasn't super, but it was dark.
It was scary enough for TV.
It was creepy as hell, man. Especially like the asylum one. That shit freaked me the fuck out,
dude. I like
dude.
the witch one.
Yeah, the Coven one. Yeah.
Yeah, that went my heart, bro.
The only one that I thought was kind of silly, but I still really enjoyed it was 1984.
Yeah, I think I got partway through that one. That's when I stopped watching it. We were on a kick watching all.
It got real fucking silly. Like about 4 episodes in, it got real fucking silly. But
yeah, you know what other fucking show did that? The Walking Dead.
What?
Yeah, I was in until season 4, and I was like, "Fuck this."
Are you kidding me? Season 4, you were out? You didn't watch none of the Negan shit?
I tried to get back in, and I was like,
God, I've seen every season except for this last one, which is season 10, I think, or 11. The one that's, and I took a couple years off. I did. I was like, I'm kind of over it.
Maybe I had to come back. I don't know. I was binging them though, and then I got to season 4, and I was like, fuck this. Maybe I just stayed in the show too long. It's like that's like I was going. It was like I was going to the gym. Like I was single, going to the gym, coming home, watching that show until I was done. And then maybe I just drank too much at once, and got a hangover or whatever. And I was like, fuck, can't watch it. I'm like, top ramen effect. You eat too much top ramen day to day, and you're like, I can't eat top.
Yeah, it is like, well, okay, every season is like 16 episodes, so it is kind of a lot.
And they leave every season on some stupid ass cliffhanger,
yeah.
just like the Flash, where they come back and resolve it in 17 seconds, and you're like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, but dude, The Walking Dead didn't resolve it quickly. They took the whole next season usually to fucking dive into whatever the cliffhanger was. Like
Wasn't J.K. Simmons in that show?
I don't know. Yeah, he might have been. All I know is that so they introduced Negan at the very end of a season. I think it was season 4 or 5. I don't know. And then the next fucking 2 seasons, or maybe 3, was all about fucking being under Negan's thumb, going to war with Negan's fucking people. Like it was drawn out. It was almost too long. But they've made some great fucking storylines happen. Like Negan has went from like the worst piece of fucking shit ever that everyone hates to now he's like a completely turned around character. But they've also done time jumps, so it's like I don't know 5 or 10 years later or something right now on Walking Dead. So and Rick Grimes is gone. Yeah, I mean they had to finish it up. Rick they got rid of Rick.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
that's like, I mean, he was the show.
Coral.
Yeah, Coral. Yeah. But
sorry, I got a little toothache going, so I can't really make all my funny
anyway,
pitches.
it's good. It's good though. I like The Walking Dead. That was one of those where once
I'm
again
not
I was,
shitting on it, but I had to check out.
and you're not a lot of people are like you, especially when so when they killed Glenn was a big fucking deal, right? They
Yeah,
killed.
everybody's mad about Glenn. I was like, I thought he was gonna be dead in the first season.
Yeah, they killed him in a super gruesome fucking way though, and it like hurt people's feelings, and they were like, "Fuck this, I'm out." And I don't know. It didn't bother me, man. I just fucking kept rocking with it. But yeah, I took a couple years off because it was just like, okay, I've been rocking with the show for 8 fucking years. All right, how long is it gonna go on? I got to take a break. But I recently caught back up, like last year, and I'm fucking in. I'm like, I gotta finish it, man. Gotta finish the show. But that was another one where I was just tired. I thought zombies had been done to death. No pun intended. Like I was like, fucking zombies. Come on, man. They're making a zombie show.
Yeah.
But then you find out it's based on a comic book that's fucking like
and my sister was like obsessed with it, so I was like, all right, let me check it out.
I loved it. I watched it. Unlike you,
no, it was like the biggest shit on TV. They had an after show about it where Talking Dead.
Yeah, and you like I said, you were binging it, right? Like I watched it from day one. I was watching every episode week to week for like 4 or 5 years, and so I was super invested. Like like fuck, I got to see what happens next. Whereas you were like episode. I had to wait, anticipate.
And that's in the days I was taking that like crazy pre-workout, so I was like grilling and like.
Yeah, that's where I discovered John Bernthal, though, man. Shane.
Yeah. I know when they said he's gonna be the Punisher, I was like, all right.
Yeah, dude, such a good.
Because I only knew him as Shane before that.
Yep.
I was like, okay.
I love that dude. He's great. He's pretty much the same dude in most movies, but he's fucking. I love him, and he's kind of the same dude in real life. Like when you hear him talk,
he's kind of just that guy.
He's kind of Frank Castle. He's kind of Shane, like a little bit. So.
All right. What else do you have any last fucking scary shit you want to talk about? We're about out of time.
I mean, the only other scary thing I have to say is
motherfucker, you should try to jump scare me with the dragon. I hope somebody's watching that and say,
come on a video.
Don't you like fucking clowns?
I went for it, man. I went for it.
Yeah,
I was hoping that the mic being so close to my face would be enough, and it would just like startle you. But whatever, man. Can't scare Captain Spaulding.
I'm unshakable, bro.
Dr. Satan.
All right. Thank you, everybody. 3 years in a row.
Look, man, I hope everybody enjoyed it. This has been my favorite Spooktacular yet. Absolutely.
Mine too. We dressed up.
Yep.
We had fun.
Yep.
We talked a lot about a lot of scary shit. We kind of got off on some other stuff, but that's true long lost brothers fashion. We kind of delineate and get off the rails, then we get back. That's okay.
Gotta go on tangents, man. It's part of the show. It's talking shit. Talking shit.
That's what we do. So just to plug some shit real quick, you got the She-Hulk roundtable coming up, right?
Yep. When November 10th, I'm recording it. So
I'll be there.
Probably be out on the 11th or 12th.
Probably not gonna wear clown makeup to that one, but maybe I'm gonna just turn to a juggalo. I don't know.
I might just fucking wear the dragon.
This just feels right now. Might just be my everyday.
Yeah, I just realized I'm actually going to be a guest on a podcast. Like next week, I'm going to be talking about the episode 9 of Andor.
Man, I haven't been able to get into that show, but that's dope.
I love it. So,
you're a lot more into the Star Wars stuff than I am, but that's
yeah, I'm a big fucking nerd.
Okay, next week we got so much other shit to talk about. Back to
Yeah,
our
House of
regular
the
long.
Dragon. We got to talk about House of the Dragon. I'm gonna wear this again so we can talk about House of the Dragon.
Ow.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
money out of this motherfucker. I'm gonna be wearing
Um,
this at the grocery store. Everything.
yeah, the Jake Paul fight should have
Yes.
happened.
This weekend, right?
Yeah, it's this
It's this
weekend.
weekend. Yeah.
I
So
think
we'll talk about
it's
that next
tomorrow.
week. Yeah.
Yeah. Jake Paul and Anderson Silva, like his not equal name
Yep.
in the fucking ticket.
Yeah. We gotta talk about it, man. We gotta
We're
talk
gonna
about
talk
that.
about that guy that pulled the gun on us, pleading guilty. There's so much, dude. This is gonna be so much shit. It's gonna be
A lot of stuff. New job for Jesse. It's
yeah,
yeah. We got a lot of shit to discuss, man. A lot of shit.
yeah, baby. So we're gonna be back next week in full force. We will record on Tuesday per normal, I would imagine. We kind of stretch this one out so we can make it extra spectacular.
Yes, I'm trying to get a thumbnail. I'm trying to get a good thumbnail, bro. Like,
don't you like fucking clowns? Okay, so listen to if you're not caught up on Marvel Plus, get caught up on that.
yep, yep,
Real Brett Scott on TikTok, Twitter,
yep,
Instagram.
yep.
And
Twitter.
yeah, Twitter. I said that. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram.
Yep.
All the Long Lost Brothers podcast _podcast on Instagram.
Yes.
I posted a little pic there of my regalia.
I think I might share our top 5 list as a separate video too, like on YouTube.
Nice.
So everybody check that out, Daily BS YouTube channel, and then also check out our Facebook page because you can post short videos on there. So I might just post like our top 5 on there or something.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So we'll be back. And then the round table is November 10th.
Oh wait. And if you guys are just listening in audio, fucking what are you doing, man? Come watch the YouTube video because we're in costume. We did it up big. It's a good time.
Yeah, we had a party. So
yes.
All right, guys, have a safe but happy Halloween. Get dressed up. I don't care if I'm about to be 40 and I'm getting dressed up. So get dressed up. Don't kill the Halloween spirit, baby.
Yeah, enjoy the fucking holiday. Get into it, y'all.
You got it, man. This is the last of your childhood seeping out through your soul. Don't be old fucking fuddy duddy. Get a little costume. Go buy a $5 mask from Walmart. Get your shit right.
That's it.
All right, man. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next one.
All right. Later.